Miami 30 or something crazy.
I just learned that the iguanas be freezing and falling out the trees. In Florida, because cold-blooded animals, they really be freezing. Boom.
So iguana just fall out the tree on my shoulder?
And be
Come on
stuck.
now.
Yes.
Nah, that's kind of scary.
If I see freezing in the water.
Well, cold-blooded. But
exactly.
I guess
they ain't used to.
Which is crazy.
That.
So I guess because
Earl just felt he was on the no. Earl ain't used to the cold either. Earl out there with what's going on?
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Lamar Hardy, aka Chef the Floet, and man, I am excited to be back with you guys. We are here in the new year of 2026. Wow, 26 years in the new millennium. But I couldn't do it by myself. You guys know the deal. So I got to bring in my crew, the king, Mr. Gary Hardy, and the young princess, Snoop Saran Hardy. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Guys, we have made it another year. Let's take a moment just to congratulate ourselves for that. 2025 really tried to hold us down. They really tried to hold us down, but we made it to a whole nother year. Also, with that accomplishment, guess what else we did?
What else we did?
Bam!
Wow.
This right here is our 30th episode, and I think that is a huge milestone. I think that is something that shows consistency in some form. We made it 30 episodes. We could have stopped. We could have quit, but we made it 30 episodes for you all. And with that being said, I don't know if they know, but I've made a vow. Not only to myself, not only to my lovely two co-hosts, but to you guys as the audience. We are planning. Please hold us to us. I know I say this all the time to be consistent, but we are planning to try to do 30 episodes this year. That means we got to somehow average 3 episodes a month. That shouldn't be hard. That sounds a lot easier. If you put it in terms, if the month has 30 days and every 10 days we can get an episode, with the sparings of 31s and February's 28, we should get 30 in there somewhere. Sora, how you feel about that? You think we
roughly?
That ratio ain't matching. It took us what, 5 years to get to 30?
Yeah, I don't know. It's what exponential growth going on here.
Right, we're exploding this year. That's how we're looking at it. 2026.
That's that new math.
That new math. Did we?
Yeah. 2026. Yeah, we carry the one. Remainder of 5. But no, we are going to explode this year, and not only with our podcast, but we got some more information that we want to give out to you all on the ideas and explosion, everything we're expecting to do this year. So hang on with us, continue to support us. We thank you guys. Again, if you guys want more content like this, reach out to us on our lovely website here. Put the ticker down below. Woo. So Ron, point at that joint right below you. Yeah. Follow us here, right there. Yeah.
My nails are done. Ew, sorry.
It's all good. We're going to be good. But follow us there on our website. You can find us at _2. Spell the whole word fingers with the S, and that's it. You'll find us everywhere on those platforms. Guys, this is number 30. You know what I'm saying? We made it.
30.
But as that is being said, of course, we got to show love and support to some of those who did not cross over with us to the finish line. And actually they did. They made it to January. But unfortunately, I'm going to count January as a leftover of 2025 because it brought some unnecessaries with it. 2025 tried to hold on to us. So we pushed it into February as best we could, which is the best month. And we'll tell you why later. But January brought a little distraction, some devastating news. One of the big names that I want to share with you guys, Catherine O'Hara. A lot of you guys may recognize the name. That is Kevin. I don't know if y'all one of the most legendary one of the most legendary Christmas movies of all time, Home Alone. Catherine O'Hara, the redhead mom, which I got a question for y'all, and I think she also played in Schitt's Creek, which is another huge comedy favorite amongst our people here. So that's really cool. But speaking of Catherine O'Hara, she had like how many kids in that house? Like, and the reason I'm bringing this up is we can compete. Who was the better mom, Home Alone or Cheaper by the Dozen?
I thought it was like Cheaper by the Dozen. She up there with them.
You know
Cheaper
what I'm
by
saying?
the Dozen by far. They didn't leave none of their kids twice on the holidays.
Wow.
They did not do that.
Not left. And they left her twice. Did they leave him the second time twice though? Or did he he might have got left actually. I don't know.
Regardless.
But how we keep losing, and why are we losing the same kid every time?
Exactly.
Tragic.
I mean, shout out to her. She was uneasy the whole holiday though. She was
causing havoc.
Weird. But
causing havoc, being a mama bear as she should. So Catherine O'Hara, we send you much love and condolences to your families and the people who are survived by you. A legend in all that she did. We truly love her. Her legacy will be remembered because Home Alone is literally not going nowhere. That's up there with the Santa Claus, Elf, National Lampoons, like any Christmas movie. That's top really. That's top two, and it ain't really two. You know, for a lot of people, that's top two, and it ain't really two. So yeah, much love to her. Another one is another legendary figure, and especially amongst the Black community who grew up hearing
Absolutely. Let me have that one.
Oh, Hardy.
Sanford and Son. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. Sanford and Son.
Lamont Sanford. AKA Damon Wilson, man.
AKA you big dummy.
Man. Now, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I know it's simply off the fact of its legacy and what it was, but didn't really watch it. The only time I would watch it is when I'm at like aunties or uncles' houses, and they got the old shows and TV Land and the old, I don't even know what's the other stations y'all call that. I don't even know the other stations y'all got, but TV Land's about as old as I can go. Yeah. But Damon Wilson, man, he definitely did what he did there, and I think everyone pioneer Hardy amongst Black television. Absolutely. Pioneers amongst Black television.
Absolutely. He played off of Red, the great Red Fred Sanford, Red Fox, the great Fred Sanford on the series. He played off him as there couldn't have been another combination to match that, man. They go down as one of the best TV combinations to ever played it, on the TV for us. And like you say, it's an old school, it's an old program, but it's still it rotates back around. You can find it. You don't have to look hard, and it's a legendary series for us. Absolutely.
Yeah, that kind of circulates with them, the Jeffersons, Good Times. That's that squad of.
They was holding down a junkyard, just crazy. It just proves again our resilience.
Our resilience.
How we flip, make lemonade out of lemons.
How we can make a full meal out of chitlins and scraps and
they held down a junkyard, man. That's crazy.
Ahead of the time, man. So another one, rest in paradise to Mr. Damon Wilson. Again, condolences to you and your family, and we wish you guys nothing but the best moving forward and dealing with that. And lastly, I think we have a hidden figure, a historical figure here, as I would say, a mathematician that, may not have been directly recognized with those of Katherine Johnson and her crew, but was really no different and was just as influential, just as important as the rest of them, Miss Gladys West. And what she did was a little bit different than what Katherine Johnson did. It's actually what we use today. A lot of you, especially are you a generation? Are you a millennial or a Z? Are you a zillennial? What are you? What generation?
It doesn't matter.
But basically, the generation after the greats of the 90s babies, them other kids, they don't know they don't know directions.
99.
So what did Saran? The 90s baby. Saran, you're a zillennial. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of both sides. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, especially nowadays, use her technology, her genius, and that is the GPS. She created that. GPS, man. We were using maps, reading the stars, following tracks upon the Pioneer and all that stuff. But
she created the foundation.
The foundation of GPS.
Created like a live or realistic formulation of the planet Earth in order for them to use it as like a base for direction, things like that. So she did the math and all that to give
for the United States Naval
of what the world looks like.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tell me that, man. They didn't tell me that.
They never do.
They never do, man.
That's incredible. Wow,
So how we sync up with satellite, and it kind of can give us every direction and everywhere we need to go. Literally, no matter where we need to go.
And the latitude and stuff.
Latitude, longitude, all that.
Really? Yeah, that's amazing, man. That is amazing.
It's amazing. So once again, we want to show our love, send our condolences to all the families that have lost loved ones and dear ones. Again, these are legends, icons, as I would say, that have changed a lot, were very influential in a lot of childhood upbringing, whether literally from my dad's age to Saran's age, it was everything. So we appreciate y'all, and we thank y'all for all that you guys did. And now you can rest easy knowing that the world is in good hands after you. So I appreciate you there. Miss Gladys West was a huge hidden figure, but I kind of want to do something. And before I kind of get into this, I want to announce, audience, if you please, at any moment, when you guys get a chance, go over to our social media @_2fingers. All right, we're doing a special tribute for 28 days. We're going to post daily a not as popular, I don't want to say unknown, but not as renowned figure of Black American history. And I think that's so crucial. I think that's very important because we need to learn more than just the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X, the George Washington Carvers, the Rosa Parks. I think there's more people out there like us, like them, who paved the way and were pioneers. And speaking of Rosa Parks, I got a game for us. I think we should do this game, and this is what I've called it: earning your black card. All right, this is how the game is gonna go. And I know we are sitting here very chocolatey, melanin looking people, but hey, sometimes we be slipping. So I think this is the right time and the right platform to earn your black card. So here's the rules. This is how you got to play. Each one of us, I've tasked each one of us with presenting a Black historian figure. Your job here is to sell us on all that they did, what they were influential about, any and anything to make us feel like, okay, you earned your black card you did your big one on this. You know what I'm saying? You did your big one. You presented something nice. You get your black card from this one. All right. So with that being said, I guess I'll go first. I'll do right and I'll get my notes out. So we're not going to do the timer on this one. We're going to do it next time. But as a trial run, we'll do this. And the goal is to do this each episode during the month of February. So audience, if you're really rocking with this, let us know in the comments. If you enjoy this, please tag, share, comment, do anything. Just let us know that you're really enjoying what we're doing here. So with that being said, I'm going to go first. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the little joint here, make me the bigger screen. All right. Let me slide over to my notes. So I know I talked to you guys, and we can start the clock. I don't got to watch on this hand. No. All right. So I know I talked to you guys about how Rosa Parks was a very influential person, but can I tell y'all that Rosa Parks might have not been the first? And seeing that our lovely Gladys West just passed, there was actually a lovely lady that passed just before her, and her name is Claudette Colvin. All right. Let me tell y'all a little bit about Claudette Colvin. All right. Y'all ready for this? Miss Claudette Colvin was originally the first person who didn't get up on the bus. I bet y'all didn't know that. Yes, no.
Wow.
Let me tell you about her. Miss Claudette Colvin was 15 at the time. and she was a young African-American lady, dark skin, melanin, blacker, the berry, the sweeter, the juice, and the feistier the juice she was. With that being said, she was also pregnant at the time. And the biggest dilemma with why we don't hear about her or why Miss Rosa Parks was put out in front of her is because of these couple of reasons here. Reason number one, she was 15. All right. She's young, she's juvenile, and she was also pregnant. So that added to that, and the NAACP did not really want to bring her to the forefront or have her as the face of the movement at that time. But hold on, I'm going to get to what she did later. All right. Another issue that we had with her is that she was really impoverished. She was all poor, the low income, poor community. At the time, Rosa Parks was seen more as a middle class citizen. So, okay, we can use her a little bit better. The Caucasian or the white community could relate to her a little bit more. So we can use that. Let's use that. That's another one why Miss Colvin wasn't thought of. Reason number three, at the time, we weren't rocking with the dark-skinned shawties. Now, me personally, I love me a chocolate sister. But, Miss Rosa was a little light-skinned at it. You know what I'm saying? No hate, no shame. We love y'all all the same. Color is color, and we love every flavor. But that was another reason why we didn't hear too much of her. And lastly, it was just her temperament. Miss Rosa Parks was seen as a little bit more milder, more, calm, unflappable. SAT word. Check me on that. I've been studying. Whereas, Miss Colvin was a little bit more feisty. All right. But one thing that she did do is in the case of Browder versus Gale, she was very instrumental in her testimony, which was the case that got segregation of transportation outlawed. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to present to y'all my candidate for earning my black card, Miss Claudette Colvin. What do you think? How did I do? Did I earn my black card on that one, or did I earn my black card?
I guess you got a little black card on your.
I guess. Come on now. Come on now.
You can keep your card. You know
what I'm saying? I thought I did a big one. And Miss Claudette Colvin, she recently just passed away January, I think 17th, I think it was. It was recent. Let me make sure. Nope, it was 13th. Miss Gladys West was the 17th. Gladys West was the 17th. Miss Claudette was the 13th. Yes, that's what it was. Making sure.
All right, black man, you can keep your card.
So I figured that was a perfect segue from my Rest in Paradise icons. It was recent, and there was no better way to start. You know what I'm saying? I can get on the bus now. You know what I'm saying? Throw me on the bus and carry me the rest of the way. Thank you. Who think they can follow me on that? Who think they got something?
You gonna get him, Saran, or you want me to get him?
You want to get him, or it's on me?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Get him, Saran.
I guess I can do it.
We slide you over, Shawty. Go ahead. Pull it out.
Since we coming up on the Super Bowl and things coming up, Black History Super Bowl situation, I chose to pivot, go a little athletic route, go with football. And can't believe I got to prove this. I know y'all see these features, this wide nose, these lips, but I still got to earn a black card. So here we are. My person is Fritz Pollard. We may know him. We may not know him, but we're going to get to know him. Okay, so this 5'9", 165-pound halfback.
Oh, snap. Wait, pause. Saran did the little ding, 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 and in this corner, wing.
Yes.
Okay,
Bang, 5'9", 165. I got him. He played at Brown University and actually led the team to the Rose Bowl in 1915. Before he went pro, he did do some time in the Army. He served in the Army during World War I, and then he went into the professional leagues in 1919 in the American Professional Football Association, which later we learn is shifted into the NFL, what we know today. And there he played for the Akron, Ohio. Don't know their mascot, but he played in Akron, Ohio for their pro team and led them to an undefeated season, 8-0, to win the league's first crown. And to continue some more history making, he became the first African-American NFL coach / player. So while he was playing, they said, "You're so great. We want you to lead our team." So he says, say less, I'm going to play and coach at the same time. So he became the first co-coach of the team, African-American. And during his time in 1921, while coaching everything, he was one of 2 Black players in the league. So you already know how that went. Constant beration from the team. Oftentimes he had to be escorted out to the field. We're very familiar with how our brothers, our kings and our queens were treated in predominantly white athletic arenas. To give some more accolades, he was a 2-time All-American player. He played sometimes and coached on 4 different teams. And then he had to take it upon himself to kind of establish a Black-only league after the Gentlemen's Agreement was reached in 1934, which was an informal, unwritten pact among team owners in the NFL to exclude Black players from the league. Can we believe that? So I wonder how many owners are still kind of in the NFL right now. But that's a different story for a different day. Just to know that they had that kind of no one was in the room when it happened conversation. A little Hamilton, you see me? A little moment there. So he came up with the Chicago Blackhawks in response to this gentleman's agreement, which they did play a lot of white teams in Chicago, and they also traveled on the West Coast to play other teams over there. And unfortunately, the league did have to fall apart due to the Great Depression during 1929 to 1932. We know the Depression was about 10 years from 29 to 39, so that kind of halted all league play. But his accolades include in 1954, he was recognized by the College Football Hall of Fame from being at Brown University. And in 2005, he was recognized in the Pro Hall of Fame. So he was a part of the 2005 class.
Wow.
So that's my dude, Fritz Pollard.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. He actually just passed. Well, not just passed, but he passed in 1986 in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Wow.
So it's close to us.
Kind of local.
He's a local guy.
So that's my guy, Fritz. I don't know. I think that was a big hitter, especially with the Super Bowl coming up.
Big hitter, she says. Hardy, what you feeling? Did she earn her black card on that one?
I think she nailed it, man. Absolutely.
I guess it was timely. Timely,
Black History and Super Bowl. Hey,
I just try to stay on theme,
I guess she had it. I guess. Well, Hardy, since she feels like she one up me, I guess you the last of the Mohicans. You gotta represent. So I'm gonna give you the floor.
Let's pay attention here. Take
them to school.
So, my guy, my brother, my man is known as his name was Herbert Gerald Brown was his name.
But what's his name, Hardy?
We know him as H. Rap Brown, aka Revolutionary of the Century. And the reason why I chose this guy is because he was able to. We don't use the term revolutionary very much anymore, but I'll caveat to that in a second. H. Rap Brown was a member of the Black Panther Party, which has been outlawed, has been smeared, has been dragged through the mud, has been probably a domestic terrorist group in this day and age. That's what they would be called. But in fact, that organization or that group really fed and gave us power and self-esteem. H. Rap Brown, his trademark was wearing the shades. I don't have my shades with me. Wearing the Ray-Bans. That was his trademark with the black leather coat, of course, but wearing the Ray-Bans when you saw him. And in that day and age, they were prescription Ray-Bans. That was unheard of. That wasn't even in the game. So that was his distinction, man. You knew H. Rap Brown. And H. Rap Brown, he also, the genius of him was, even though he was a member and somewhat a founder of the Black Panther Party, he was able to transition into what would fit at that time the Student Nonviolent Community Council. So the SNCC is what they call it, and that banner kind of came in line with Martin Luther King. So this guy was so smooth, he could ride with Malcolm X in the Black Panther Party, meaning pick up, be black, be all you can be, and at the same time be humble, be compassionate, be nonviolent with Martin Luther King's ideology. So this guy really, he was able to play both sides of the fence. And the reason why I considered him is he just passed away this November, the 25th. But another reason why is I'm now hearing the word revolutionary again. And ironically, the people that are saying that are your Tiffany Cross and your Angela Reyes. Those sisters were once upon a time on MSNBC, and they up there with Abby and Joy, but they were outspoken. If you know, as according to the establishment, they would tell it like it is what we usually say about those type of people. And of course, the networks, you know, felt kind of uneasy about that, so they discontinued their show. They all had an evening show at 6, like Ari and the people that we're watching today. But now they have a podcast. And they are able to be, and they really consider it a blessing in disguise, because now they can be who they are. They can live in their truth.
In the truth, yep.
And how they're living is, I heard us say the other day, revolutionary. And I hadn't heard that word in a long, long time. And I was like, wow, H. Rap Brown would be proud. So we do have a new generation of leaders, and that was lacking in our, you know, scenario and what we're up against. And, you know, Black Lives Matter, and the people are in the streets again today. And that's what that's the nugget that we kind of all agreed that we were missing. Where are our leaders? You know, not the ones necessarily picking up the rah, 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 but just intelligent leaders to give us a compass and a vision and a path forward. And I think it's only just that we recognize H. Rap Brown for being that guy who, in that day and age, we're talking about the 1960s and that portion just before civil rights movements and all that, and all those good legislations that were passed. He was instrumental in making that go. So I salute Brother H. Rap Brown, and I throw him in a hat as being able to allow me to earn my black card. I know, right? Think about it. Don't be too hasty.
I am a revolutionary.
Right.
Okay. Ron, what you feel? Is that worthy of a black card?
I suppose we can't have no black card without the Black Panther Party. So I suppose.
I think he went to the root with that one. I guess that's probably where the black cards originated from. Black Panther. You gotta get your black card literally from them. Wow. Okay, Artie, well, I see you. Go ahead. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoying what we're doing, if you enjoy the competition, again, you can take your time out. We'll have a poll up. You can vote. Let us know who earned their black cards between Saran, Mr. Hardy, and myself. You know, Claudette Colvin, Fritz Pollard, and Mr. H. Rap Brown. It's up to you guys at this point, but very good job, everybody. I enjoyed that. Great history lesson. And as always, like I said, we will be doing daily posts. You'll see these 3 at some point during the month. We'll post them as well, but we'll be posting other people as well. So guys, please stay tuned with us daily. Log in, check it out, get a brief history lesson, and then go up, take it upon yourself to learn more about them and others that you may not know about. So that was just something to spark the brain, but I like that. Way to go. H. Rap Brown. Hardboy said, where my Rays at?
Where my Rays, man?
Where my Rays at? Oh no, I ain't never seen you without the Rays. How you ain't got your Rays ready, man? Man. Well, speaking of sparks, I think the fireworks coming into 2026 have finally died down. And I think it's somewhat time to reflect on the year 2025. So with that being said, I feel like we should take this time to talk about the most influential things of 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like, what were the biggest things? What were the biggest happenings, events, people, anything that went on in 2025? If you feel like you can give more than one, by all means, give more than one. But whatever was the biggest one to you, let it be known.
I guess I'll start out, unfortunately, but working with kids, no, because what I'm about to say just has a reflex. But working with kids, when it comes to counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 was definitely easily take the cake, one of the biggest influences of 2025.
I don't even know what this is. What is that?
It started out from a song, and he's like 6. I don't even know who the artist is, but it started.
Hardy Boy don't know. We gotta educate him on what this is.
That's the thing. It's really nothing to educate, but it's gotten so big now that when you watch the basketball games and the players are about to score 67 points, the kids in the stands are going insane. Like, instead of doing the wave, they are going insane doing this. And it's terrifying, but it's also interesting because I guess in our age, we had 1738, we had 21. 21 might be the closest.
21 is probably the closest. We used to just randomly say 21. I don't even know where that came from, but we used to just say that.
What's 9 plus 10?
Yeah. 21.
So I guess we can relate.
Yeah. TikTok is this generation's Vine.
Yeah. But 6, 7 definitely takes the cake. I know I probably triggered a lot of my teachers out there, a lot of my other clinicians working with kids. Anybody who has a child, anybody who is in contact with children, that's really triggering, I know. But that's going to be my biggest influence of 2025.
6, 7. And they really walk around saying that. Like, I don't even know what it means.
6, 7? 6, 7? Like
6, 7. And it's on anything. They'll try to set you up. They'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We just need to start skipping.
Right. We just got to skip the next 2 numbers.
Just say 8, 9.
Right. It's bad. Hardy don't even know, but Hardy, just know.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad out there.
I'll take your word for it. I was trying to think what we were using back in the day. I'm sure but I'll accept that for what it is. A generation moving forward, generation doing their thing.
What would be your biggest influential thing?
My biggest influence, and it kind of lands personal for 2 reasons. I would have to say the official inauguration of Donald J. Trump. What is Donald? Donald J. Trump.
Elemental P.
As the second term in office as the president of the United States on January 2025. The inauguration of Donald J. Trump as the president of the United States. And then, we went through that period, and it was to some it was a relatively quick year. Those who were able to sort of observe from the sideline, as opposed to those that were really in the trenches. Mix. Exactly. But the year appeared to have gone by relatively quick, considering. And the exclamation point was when the government literally shut down for, I think it was a record 40 something days.
43 days.
That was the record, just about. And, I was affected personally. So that's my 2025, what is going on.
What the heck? Nah, yeah, that was huge. And I know you were affected by it personally. I was affected by it on the flip side, whereas people were losing jobs. I was gaining more business. I work in, as a event and banquet manager, and in hospitality, we were getting because the museums were shutting down, all the other venues and things in DC were shutting down. So they were sending people across the bridge to Maryland and Virginia to hotels and convention centers like that. And so we were gaining more business and getting business that we wouldn't normally get in our dead period, having us going even harder. So yeah, it was truly a tough time. And even some people at my job were, before the shutdown, kind of leading up to it, which kind of, now that we put 2 and 2 together, you could see it. But leading up to the shutdown, certain people were getting laid off in my area at my job, and then bam, the shutdown hit. So it rings home. It definitely does. And that's a tough situation because so many people live paycheck to paycheck. So I couldn't imagine, like, some people get checks weekly, some people get checks bi-weekly. 43 days, that's a month and a half.
Yes.
That's 3 to 6 checks right there that I can't pay. So, and like I said, they're living check to check, not, I got some in the savings, so I can pull from that a little bit. No. Like, I need my money this Friday. I needed it actually yesterday, but I need it this Friday. My bills, I have no lights, I have no heat.
And see, this time around, we've faced this before. I'm gonna be quick. But this time around, there was no mandate by the government to tell the lenders and the banks, give them a break. We will carry you until you get on your feet and we get things back in shape. There was no, I could send them a letter and say, this is what, government is co-signing. I'm going to do the right thing. Carry me, defer me for a period of time. The government didn't issue that letter or that correspondence that you could go out to your lenders and your banks and your renter, your landlords with that letter to say, hold me down, the government, boom, 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 here's a letter to, co-sign, and I'm gonna do the right thing once we get back on our feet. None of that went out. So you had to really kind of fend for yourself because, you had to convince the landlord you was going to do the right thing, or you had to send out that notification saying, this is where I am. I'm being affected by this current situation. So, yeah, it was tougher than, years past.
Definitely, man. So, yeah, I would say that's a big one. That, Hardy, you might have won with that one.
2025, baby.
This was a competition too?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a competition. No. But I'm just saying,
it makes you go,
as hard as that really hit, it's like, wow, yeah, that was not quite COVID, but it hit. For me personally, I got a couple, man, and I don't know which one I want to use, man.
The host can do that, Saran. They can have a couple, right? They can have 3 or 4. They can.
Yes, he make the rules. He make it a competition in the middle of the.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? If you the host, if you the founder, why not? You can do a lot of things. Y'all co-founders, but I got the mouse. I got the mouse, right? I can mute. I'm the productions manager right now, so I can do a lot right now. No, I would say for me personally, I would say probably, if I'm gonna be corny, I would say my 30th birthday. That was a huge. I made it to 30, guys. I made it to 30 in 2025.
Was that 2025?
Lord have mercy. Yes, that was my 30th birthday in January. Yes, I'm a 1995 baby. 30 years later in 2025, I was 30 years old. So
30
that
episodes,
was
30 years.
30 episots, 30 years. We in there. So yeah, I made it to 30. I think that was the biggest and most influential thing for me. But outside of that, I'm a huge OKC fan. We won our first championship, NBA Finals. That was great. That was a great birthday present. I love that. That was influential. But if I'm gonna stop being selfish, let's share. Really, to what I really think was probably the most influential thing was probably the movie Sinners. I think personally, the movie Sinners was probably just as big as when the Avatar movie came out the first time, when Black Panther from Marvel movie came out, Avengers Endgame, those were like blockbuster, like, yo, like we really, and they broke records. They were breaking stuff. They got 16 nominations for the Oscars. They got, which I think they had like the most leading for that too. I actually just looked that up. It says they won, which is crazy, and they only won 2 awards. Don't get me started. That's gonna trigger. But yeah, they received 16 Academy nominations, which is the highest that has ever been, and then grossed 368 million worldwide. And what really stuck out to me most about that was Michael B. Jordan played, as some people would say, 2.5, 3 characters.
It put him in another sphere.
I think he truly ascended to a whole new. I don't think, and I say that because in a movie it's a little bit harder. Like, I know we see TV shows, people playing multiple characters. They're, Martin, That's So Raven. They can put on different clothes, play different characters. But to do it for a length of a movie, and you're facing each other, and you're going in and out. And, I watched the behind the scenes stuff that they were doing, and the rigs they were putting on him, and then, the lookalikes, and then they were spending crazy money. They were sending like shots out to Australia to match the faces on people. Wow. And then he'd come back. It was like 12 hours to do his whole makeup every day. Come on, bro. You're spending, and that's like to get his hair right. Cause Smoke got his hair this way. Stack got his hair this way. Smoke is in blue. Stack's in red. Yeah. It was insane, man. And the fact that you were able to switch your personality, I think that was the hardest part, to play 2 polar personalities, but to be linked, right? The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the twin, the telepathy that they had. Like, it was like you couldn't separate them. Like, they knew how each other were thinking. Right. And even though one would get sick of the other, or this, that, and the third, it was like, I still got you. I know we here. This, that. Yep. Literally to the end. To the end. My man he tried.
Yeah.
He tried.
So that's crazy.
I think Michael B., Creed was huge. I think Creed was huge for him. I think he had the Denzel effect when he had to do Prince T'Challa like that in the Black Panther movie, where the ladies didn't like the bad boy Michael B. I don't think they like Michael B. as the bad guy, or the antagonist, I'll say, in that movie. Kind of like Denzel in Training Day and stuff like that. But I think this one set them off. And then, they had a rocking cast too, man. They had a couple new faces, a couple old faces. Haley Steinfeld did her thing, which comes to find out, she is part Black. People don't know that. She has some Black in her. Her grandfather. So she was actually passing, like she was trying to play in the movie.
Yeah.
And then the old school Lindo, the old brother.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then the new kid,
the new up and coming kids singing, man. Yeah, they were.
That soundtrack. Ooh.
And just seeing how Michael B. and Ryan Coogler work together, like this is their 5th movie together that they've done.
Movie, Fruitvale.
Fruitvale, Black Panther.
Wow.
I think all 3 Creeds.
Yep. So they're locked. Yeah. They're definitely brothers in real life.
Absolutely.
So it was crazy, man. I think, to me, that was probably one of the most influential things of 2025. I think that's going to be one of those movies where you just got to add it to the arsenal of that's a Black movie. You just got to, that's one of ours.
And then the conversation, the movie, the concept, the movie itself, where it took you, how it left you. Everybody had a different take after they saw the movie, what it meant. And that's another, when it's a good movie, man. When everybody walks away with a whole different, well, I thought this about, I loved the beginning, but I didn't care for the end. Well, I did care for the end. How did they get to the end? How did they, some kind of way, dog was able to move that to over there. So yeah, it's an amazing movie, man. You can watch it again and again, and you walk away with a different
message or a different perspective. Yep, truly. Yep. Yep. So that was for me. That was mine. I was definitely one of the people who had an opinion on, the way it ended. I think the movie was like 2.5 hours. I was like, for a solid hour and about 49 and 49 minutes, we were rocking. The last, I was like, oh no, what happened? But again, it speaks to a culture. And you have to learn about that history, and do the homework and see what he was trying to do there. And regardless of my opinion or anyone else's opinion, at the end of the day, it did phenomenal. It did what it needed to do. It did more than it needed to do, honestly. And again, it's just funny to me. We get all these nominations,
man,
and we come away with 2 corny awards.
Crumbs.
But I mean, this is our show. We could do it if we want to, but I mean, I guess we could. We got all month. We got all month. We got all month. We got all month. We can revisit this because
absolutely. And it's gonna reveal itself. So we just need to stay tuned. It's gonna reveal itself.
Yeah. And
then bring it to the people because it's coming up. It's coming out for sure.
Oh, for sure. Anyways. But speaking of revealing, I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm gonna drop some knowledge on y'all. So we do have a special mini series that we are putting together to reveal to you all at the end of this month. I'm not going to tell you too much now. Each episode, we're going to talk about it more and more, get you guys excited. But it speaks a lot to those affected from the government shutdown. It speaks a lot to financial literacy. It just speaks a lot to everyday life and how to maneuver in America, how to help yourself, how to help yourself for generational wealth. So we got some good things planned regarding that, but just know we have a mini series coming to you all soon, very soon, by the end of the month. We're just finalizing some last minute details and how we're going to do it to you. But the goal is we want to make this mini series a bi-weekly thing. So twice a month, we want to bring you some knowledge. All right, some knowledge on your finances, just help you be a little bit more knowledgeable on how to move and how to maneuver with your money and how to make your money work for you. And I'm not saying this like I'm a genius. We're bringing someone in to do this, and we're going to learn alongside of you as well, because there's a lot of things we need to learn. But don't be scared. Don't be shamed. Like, we're going to start from the basics and slowly build. And even those who may be ahead of the game and know all the tricks and the trades and knows everything about it, there's probably still some things in the basic level that you could like go back and hone in on and refine and move along with us. So I hope you guys tune in for that. Again, we will be posting and keeping you guys updated on our socials at _2fingers and our website. So just stay tuned with us. And I look forward to that. Make sure you guys are here for the next episode when we talk more about that. But with that being said, guys, I think we've made it. You know what I'm saying? Wow. This has concluded episode 30. I think there was a lot of good things we did this time. I've truly enjoyed it. The year has started off fast. We are already in February. We've had a rocking snowstorm that has literally somewhat devastated the East Coast and parts of the Southwest. Goodness gracious.
Miami 30 or something crazy.
I just learned that the iguanas be freezing and falling out the trees. In Florida, because cold-blooded animals, they really be freezing. Boom.
So iguana just fall out the tree on my shoulder?
And be stuck. Now. Yes.
Nah, that's kind of scary. If I see
freezing in the water.
Or cold-blooded. But
exactly.
I guess.
Yeah, they ain't used to.
Which is crazy. So I guess because
Earl just felt he was on the no. Earl ain't used to the cold either. Earl out there with what's going on?
Earl just fell.
Uncle Earl, I just talked to Earl.
I was on the phone and he just dropped.
That's what's happening, and they be sleep till it warm up again, and then I guess
that's crazy. Out. So like, if you're cold-blooded though, is the water not cold enough? I guess the water don't get that cold.
But they be freezing. The crocodiles be freezing in the water too.
But no, I'm saying because in the cold weather. But I'm saying the water's not cold just naturally.
No.
Water does dip too. It'll dip, man.
It's chillier, but when it's 100 degrees outside in
You
the
can't
sun.
go. If you go to Cocoa Beach right now, that water cold. You won't even go out there.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's
Miami is, but
crocodiles don't live in the ocean. It's different. I feel like swamp
they
water is
swampy water, so it's still kind of shallow. They don't go
yeah,
deep,
it's
deep.
shallow and less
if I'm not
vast.
mistaken, crocodiles are freshwater. I mean, alligators are freshwater.
Probably.
They're not in the salt water.
Probably.
If I'm not mistaken. I gotta look that up because I know there's some Floridians out there.
That's like I just saw them at the beach.
right. So yeah, but it's dipped to your point throughout the nation, man.
It's crazy, like, and to the point where, and you know,
is that climate?
Mama Hardy says this. Y'all need to go out and shovel in the morning while it's snowing, and then do it one more time before the sun go down. Because when it freezes, that joint gets hard and you can't do nothing with it. And all the people, seriously, all the people at my job, shoulders, body hurt, broke. They got pickaxe. I'm watching people throw flamethrowers on this ice. The ice is like what, a foot thick, and you trying to flamethrower through that, and people are busting their tail, Hardy. I was driving home, and a car is stuck on the ice. They were trying to make a last minute change and got stuck on top of the ice, and the wheel is just spinning off the ground.
That's rock now. That ain't snow.
It's a rock. It's a rock.
Yeah, we have a situation.
I don't know how it's gonna go away because it's only getting colder. I don't think the ice is going nowhere for a little bit. They say it's supposed to warm up
April
a bit, but it's gonna
be loving it. Aren't they out again this week? So they loving life.
Because the sidewalks sidewalks.
There's no sidewalk because the ice is on the sidewalk.
It's barely even turning lanes. We're driving in one laners.
Right.
Everywhere is one lane.
We just merged together like this off each other's bumpers. Man.
So it's trash.
But yeah, man, that's where we are here in the DMV, man. We trying to survive off the East Coast, but luckily we kind of know what to do with snow, but not really. We struggling. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you want to find us more information, you can find us at www.twofingersdeuces.com. Our social media @_2fingers. And oh, by the way, special announcements for everyone. A special surprise that I've been holding on to. We've actually officially dropped our social page @_2fingers events. So now, if you are looking to host baby showers, birthday parties, graduations, Valentine's, anniversaries, company parties, you know, we host open mics, we host fashion shows, anything you could think of for the community, we here for y'all. We're doing it. We've officially come out as an event planning group. We have a team with us who are ready and prepared to bring you and make your vision, your dream a reality. So again, just look us up. You can find that page on our website and our other pages as well. But yeah, that was a special surprise I was holding till the end. I wanted to share with you all. So yes. We are finally out there. I mean, we were out there before, but we have made it official in the streets this year for what we're going to do for you guys and be there full time for you guys. So not only do we have an events page, not only do we have a mini series coming for you, not only do we have a competitive Black history story for y'all, but we also got 30 episodes to bring y'all. And this is one of 30 this year. All right, so hold us to it. Again, thank you guys for being here. Snoop, Saran, Hardy, Mr. OG, Gator Bait, Hardy Boy, Gary. It's always a pleasure to see you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here and do what we do best. And with that being said,
peace and love.
I love us, man. This show is amazing. This is why we have bloopers. Okay. 2 fingers, Hardy. Peace and love. From the top.
2 fingers, peace and love.
Lavar, please.
That ain't how it goes.
It's just a pause that for an hour. Okay. One more time.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Right. And action.
2 fingers, peace and love.
2 fingers, 2 up, 2 down.
2 fingers, deuces, and we are out. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure. Love y'all. And we keep it. See, this is how y'all know we keep it real. The fact that y'all get to see us in our glory. This is why it's real. Everyday conversation for everyday people, baby. We got y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a go.